Welcome, everyone. It is now Wednesday. It is once again, everyone. It is Wednesday. That's right, Wednesday, February 5th. That's right, the month that is hard to say. February. Anyone else have trouble saying February? February? So true, so true. Anyway, welcome Stream Elements, welcome Tag Barrel, welcome Dappins, Cole, Hamp, and Slime Molder, Stanley, Ronmu, Edward Bro, Zoe, and Delicious Delicious Smile. And that's everyone. That's literally everyone. That's right. February, Wednesday, February. We're back again with another edition of Web Fishing. Welcome Hamplo as well. This is the game where we fish on the web. That's right. You are now watching this on the web right now, and you could be fishing if you want. And here's today's drawing. It is me fishing, possibly on the web, we don't know. I'm going to create a lobby. Got a unlisted lobby. Request to join manual. And here we go. There it is. There is the lobby. Look at that. It's just a gray screen. Okay, this is the lobby code. See, I don't know if this is an O or a 0. I feel like if you're gonna make a lobby code system, you should exclude. It has both. It's an O and a 0. It's actually kind of messed up. I feel like if you're gonna invent lobby code systems, you should make it so that the characters cannot be confused. Just, you know, just an idea from me, someone who develops software sometimes. It works for some companies that might develop IDs that you might need to type in. Welcome, Mustbroke. But yeah, look here. Did the music stop? What's going on here? The music just stopped. What the heck? That's strange. Anyway, you may notice we're back on the Wooloop soundtrack. For the past several weeks, I've been listening to the Stream Beats Hi-Fi playlist. And while that's good, I feel like we've been listening to it too much. Okay, I've gotten... there's not as many songs in that playlist. Actually, I guess there's fewer songs on this playlist than there are in that playlist. There's 20 songs on the Wooloop soundtrack. And the Stream Beats Hi-Fi has... It has like... How many is this? 30. It has 30. So, I mean, I guess there are more. We have been listening to it a lot. And it's time to listen to something else, okay? That's right, new music. New music, which is actually just the old music. And you'll be like, oh, this is so nostalgic. Remember when Wolfie used to listen to the Wooloop soundtrack? I remember. Times have changed. He's always listened to that lo-fi. And he doesn't even listen to lo-fi anymore. He's out there listening to the hi-fi BGM. And for what reason? And why would he even do this? No one would ever hope to understand. It's impossible to know. Anyway, it is once again Wednesday. We're here on the lake. Not even the lake. We're now on the ocean. Didn't we listen for months to the same song during Kimono Picross? Did we? Did we? No, but like for this soundtrack, I listened to like the hi-fi playlist on multiple streams. Because like Kimono Friends Picross was only like on Fridays. Whereas this stuff, it's like, you know, you play this on Web Fishing, you play this on Variety Saturdays, you play this on, I don't know, other programming streams, etc. Welcome Mimiawa. Fishing. Who's out there fishing? No one's even fishing nowadays. Remember when Web Fishing first came out? Thousands of people were playing it. And now, no one. We are alone on this barren earth, like it says right there. Look at this. This was a prophecy. You thought this was just a funny meme. Actually, we are in fact alone on this barren earth. As fewer people play web fishing, this becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Wolfie simply does not get tired of Wooloop soundtrack. It is really good though. I do highly appreciate it. I feel like it's also good. It is also quite good. Which is not contrary to what I had said earlier. It's PM, that's what everyone's saying. Everyone just says it's PM nowadays. Also, I should be using the buckets. Can you believe that I forgot about the buckets? I was always forgetting about the buckets, man. Alright, here we go. Here's the buckets, everyone. And you know what else we haven't done? Placing down props. What even is the button for that? V? Sure, let's place down some props. Let's put one of these picnic baskets right here, right over here. And then we can fish from right here. Look at that, a nice change of scenery. Remember last several weeks we were just fishing around here. Although I guess last week we also went to the void. We can do that again maybe at the end of the stream. There's many things to consider, you know, when you're streaming a game, you're like, where do I go? What do I do? What is the optimal setup for this? I simply don't know. No one truly knows the optimal setup. That's why it's up to you to figure it out on your own. Yeah, someone trying to join. Someone is out there. I don't know who that is. I will not approve you unless you show yourself in the chat. And even then, I will have to determine on the fly. Unless I recognize you as a chatter, I'll let you in. If I don't, then I will probably allow you in. You're just gonna need to agree that you're not a hacker. We haven't had that many issues with hackers recently. I feel like since not that many people are playing this anymore, they're like, it's not even worth the time. Why would I devote CPU resources to griefing people? Right? They're doing other stuff. This game has faded into obscurity. No one even cares to hack anymore. I'm just like, web fishing, I don't know, that's so 2024. Now it's 2025. They've moved on to a different game. I don't even know which game. But one of the games, okay? Moving on to some game, and we don't know what it is. They've moved on to Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Have you seen the hacker situation on that game? There probably are none, but what if there are? You never know. You never know. See, the person that tried to join did not even stay. They heard me saying, you need to confirm that you're not a hacker, and then they're like, okay, well, you got me there. I gotta rescind my attempt to join. Yeah, it works. Or maybe they're watching on YouTube. You think anyone's watching this on YouTube? I don't think so. Wonder if we'll ever return to catch and release? I don't know, maybe. I haven't turned on my VR headset in a long time now. Welcome, Hemp. Did I already greet you? Hold on, let's scroll up. No, you were here. Oh, I can't believe I greeted you twice. This guy doesn't even remember who he greeted. Why people even want to hack in this game? Because they, I don't know. Because they're like, this game is not secure. They see that people are having fun and they're like, I can't have that. We can't have people having fun out here. We gotta stop them. And it did work for a while. It did prevent many people from playing. They were like, I don't want to play. You might get hacked. They might reveal your IP address or whatever. And it has happened. Okay, this is Mimi Awa. I recognize you. You don't even need to say it. I already know. Recognized chatter. Subscriber even. Not just a regular chatter, but a subscriber. Someone who has either paid money or has received a gifted subscription of someone who has paid money. Or it could be a Prime sub, I don't know. But money nonetheless. None the more. Do people say none the more? It's always nonetheless. What about none the more? What about there's a person whose name who is a nun and they're like the more. Like what's their name? That guy who wrote the comic books? Watchmen? Moore? Alan Moore? None the more? Or what? None them or what? I don't even know. I more or less hear every stream and there is still chatters I perceive for the first time. I feel like Mimi Abo mostly shows up for the web fishing streams. You know, you got people that are category viewers. People that, you know, they tune in if the streamer is playing something they recognize. There's people that are going to be there no matter what. There's people that will never tune in. There's people that follow, you're like, I'm going to watch this person, and then you don't. You just never tune in. You see them live and you're like, I could watch them at any point. And then you don't. I have a lot of streamers that I follow and I do not actually watch. I don't even know why. It's not that their content is bad. It's just that I've gotten so used to watching the same streamers. Welcome, Nutritious. Yes, it is web fishing. Just lurking. You also could be lurking. That's also true. People could just be out there not saying things. There's definitely chatters that do that. I do that sometimes. Actually, I don't do that. I feel like usually if I'm gonna be watching a stream for at least 5 minutes, I'll usually have left a message. It's rare that I'll just like not say anything if I'm watching. Like if I'm just tuning in for like 1 minute and I can't guarantee that I'm gonna stay around, I'm not gonna say anything usually. But other times, I'm like, yeah, they gotta know I'm here. They could internalize in their brain. They could be like, oh, this is Wolfie. That's Wolfie. I know that guy. If I tune in for a minute or 5, I tend to just drop an emote and not chat. Well, then now we know. Oh, do you see that? I picked up the fish, but then I fell off. I tend to drop an emote and not chat. So now we know. If you see a Zoe just sending an emote and nothing else, they are not even here. Me who chats in the beginning and then sleeps? True. People out there in Europe. I'm sure there's many European Wolfie viewers who have never even seen the end of my stream. Because they simply don't stay up late enough. Some people, they have to wake up early for their job or whatever. And they're like, his streams go until like 1 AM. I can't do that. That's too late. And since I have to leave, I'm just gonna not say anything at all. It's like, what if the streamer's like, oh, but he sent a message, but then he left. I can't believe that viewers would leave mid-stream. Don't you know that joining a stream is a commitment? That you have to stay the entire stream? I can't believe that this person would not stay. It's a joke. No one actually thinks this, I hope. I'm sure there are streamers that think this. They're like, hey, you stopped by at the start of your stream, and yet I noticed that you left the stream, that you stopped commenting, and you stopped responding to my questions. What's happening? You had to sleep or something? You should let us know. You should, oh, come on, man. I'm just kidding, but surely there are people. Welcome, Nano Lather. Greetings and salutations. Thank you for your kind words. Drop a horrendous emote. What is the most horrendous emote you all have? If you have an emote, let me look at mine. Do I have an emote that I would consider horrendous? I mean, a lot of Northern Lions ones are not that good, but I wouldn't say they're horrendous. They're like, I don't know, they're kind of just like, whatever. Hold on, which one, what do I have? Oh, this one. What is that one? What are these ones? I don't know if I have any truly horrendous ones. I have some Germa emotes. Someone gifted me a Germa sub. Oh, this one's kind of horrendous. What is that? What's the lore behind Derma Pluto? That's kind of horrendous. I see this one sometimes. What is that one? That is a oh, that's a global one. Horrendous anti-R. An animated vor emote? What the heck? I can't believe this. I'm looking through my emotes. None of them are truly horrendous. I think most of them are reasonably fine and usable. I'd say most of them, in fact. No, they're fine. They're all totally fine. None of them are really even cursed. Is this anything? What is that? I don't even know what that is. Is that a shrimp? That's a big tuna? It's kind of hard to tell what it is. People have emotes that are not readable. It's like people have to like hover over the emote and be like, what is this? Do I know what this is? What is that? Is that Ponsu? What is that? Death D the 8. This one is so cute you almost can't handle the rat. Classic. I tried watching that Germa fella, but it was cringe, unfortunately. Germa's cringe? You think Germa's cringe? Are you for real? Isn't he like goated though? Isn't he goated with the sauce? I thought that was the impression of Germa. Isn't cursed until you look at the letters used to type it. Knife? Is that Sakuya from Toho? Welcome Crazy Kitty. What is this? This emote? Oh, cognitive behavioral therapy. Oh, that's not Sag. That's not Sakuya. That's Vei. It's Vei. It's probably the most questionable. Oh, the walk one? I didn't realize why this was called walk until I saw it was a 2-part emote. I respect your opinion, but to me it was unironically the worst content I've ever laid my eyes in ear. What? This guy hates Germa? I can't believe it. I can't believe this person doesn't agree with my obviously correct takes that Germa is amazing. Well, I guess people have their preferences. Not everyone appreciates the same type of humor. Does everyone have like a favorite type of humor? I feel like when I watch streamers, I feel like the type of humor I enjoy is like dry humor. Kind of like deadpan delivery. They make a joke and then they're just like, either they don't acknowledge that it was a joke or they simply, they play it up. They're like, am I right guys? So true. So true. Kind of like my style of comedy. The things that I do on my stream. For humor on the edgier side, can I ask what it is you like about Germa? He's just so wacky. He's just out there. He's ridiculous. He does funny things. He does funny bits. He goes all out. He puts in a lot of effort in some of his big streams, which he doesn't do anymore because he's like partially retired. I watched him back in the Team Fortress 2 days when he would do TF2 gameplay commentary videos. That's exactly how he would say it. Hey everyone, it's Germa here with another Team Fortress 2 gameplay commentary video. Today we're on PL Upward, playing as the Pyro. There's a new item, and we're gonna check it out. And then he would just go about the stream being like, this one, I kind of like the damage on this one. Yeah, you can use this effect, you can do this. I thought it was cool. Germa makes good content, just don't give a beep about collabs and Fart Simulator 2000. Oh, like some of the some like games he plays. I don't know. I don't actually watch his streams. I don't actually watch Germa's streams. I'll tune in sometimes. Welcome, Commander Muffin. Zoe says, I have a range and swing either way depending on the day. Sometimes prefer humor on the edgier side. Like what? What is an example? Definitely like silly stuff and bad puns. Well, you are in the right place for bad puns. If you wanted to hear a bad pun, tune into this stream and there may be some. Enjoyed Germa's Simpsons hit and run playthrough. I don't even remember that. So Sparrow Phantom, I recognize this person. Weird retro things he does is often fun though. Sometimes stuff just clicks with him and makes gold. Yeah, he has some funny moments. Although I do feel like a lot of times, like, especially for big streamers, it might be better to just watch the clips rather than the actual stream, right? It's just how it is. You're like, oh, remember this moment? When you're actually like watching the streams, he's actually kind of chill. But then when you like look at the clips of stuff he said, it's like some of this, like some unhinged stuff. But then it's like, he's not always like that. It's just people clip him during those moments. And then people get a wrong impression of him. I tried both. I wanted to give him a fair chance. And then he even thought it was cringe. See, not edgy, but humor in between things that Nanodan says and things that Moriko Bat at Video Game says. I see. I like Nanodan's style of humor. I don't know how to describe it, but I do enjoy it. Since other streamers I admire and respect and enjoy it. What about Northern Line? Nanolather, have you watched Northern Line content? Because several streamers that you watch also watch his content. Okay, that's good. Okay, I was gonna say if you don't enjoy him, then we're gonna have a problem. We're not actually gonna have a problem. But I highly enjoy his content, and I think that he's good. If anyone here hates him, I'm gonna be like, I can't believe that you would hate my Oshi Northern Line, goated streamer that I've been watching for at least 12 years now. I kind of wish he would just stream himself playing Heroes of Might and Magic 3. He said that playing that game was what he wanted to do when he retired, but his chat probably doesn't like it. I mean, he kind of just does whatever he wants, right? He could totally do it. Probably. He's just too much of a coward. It's like, I can't do this. My viewership will die. No one's gonna watch this stream. But he doesn't know many people would watch him. You got people that'll be there no matter what. You got people that are, you know, chatters that only show up for a certain game. And you got chatters that are always there. Derma probably has many chatters that are just always there. I guess because he doesn't stream that often either. They're like, oh, Derma stream. I don't care what he's streaming. He is streaming, and he rarely does that, so I gotta watch. I know, is your favorite streamer's favorite streamer? Who is your favorite streamer? And who is their favorite streamer? I only watch Nanodan when I wake up early-ish on the weekend. He does stream pretty late for European time. There's like a lot of streamers. I guess like most of the streamers that I watch are streamers that people would not be able to watch if they are in Europe unless they live very like degenerate hours. It's just like, that's just how it is. They all stream like after 8 p.m. Eastern time. I say I don't wish hate or anything on Derma. I don't find him entertaining at all. If someone enjoys him, that's great. Well, okay then. I guess I'll just leave it at that. He probably has enough to retire on at this point, I would imagine. Derma? I mean, I'm sure there's also like the big streamers is like, even if they don't stream, people will still stay subscribed. So they will get passive income just from people that don't cancel their subscriptions. And I'm sure Derma has like thousands of people that are still subscribed. I guess, you know, I guess he could probably just retire if he wanted to. I know Bazaar is on my go-to recently on the exercise bike in the gym. This guy's watching the Bazaar. JoJo's Bazaar Adventure. I watch some of his Bazaar streams and I don't understand. But that's fine. I don't need to understand. I feel it's bad to say who your favorite streamer is. No, it depends. It's only if... I feel like if your favorite streamer... I don't know, I guess it depends. Because, like, I don't feel bad saying that NL is my favorite streamer. But I feel like, I guess if you are friends with your streamer... or like, you know, you interact with them often. Like, if you interact with multiple streamers often, then sure. But if your streamer is just like so popular, they're like so famous that, you know, it's like whatever, then it doesn't really matter. I don't know. It's my favorite streamer. I wonder, you can also wake up really early. That is true. You can wake up very early to watch streamers that stream 8 p.m. Eastern time. Also, someone is attempting to join. I will check soon. X-Tag, yes. You are allowed to join. I say, though Choco is impossible to watch for any reasonable European hours, That is true. She does stream at like 7 p.m. Eastern, which is like midnight over there, or 1 a.m. And that is quite late. She only goes until like 10:30 to 11 Eastern time, which would be like, what, like 4 a.m.? 5 a.m.? It is quite early. Is there a limit on how long Twitch will let you stay subbed to someone who doesn't stream? Or probably don't care, it's free money. I don't think there is a limit. I don't see why they would close it. You know, you have like, you can't even turn on like, or you can't turn off subscriptions. Like, you know, there's like VTubers who have graduated and they're like, people still are subbed to them. It's because like, also because the streamer cannot turn those off. Technically, can they turn it off? I guess they can't. They would have to like request for their account to not be affiliated or partnered anymore. I don't know. But what happens when like the streamer dies? It's like, if someone is dead, if someone like literally like is not alive anymore, like are they allowed to just continue collecting money? Like who are they? What if they send the money and then like the account is like not open anymore, or like no one's received it? Like how does that work? I don't even know. Let's see. Scroll on. I think having your favorite be someone popular makes it easy to say. Exactly. That's why you have many people that watch HoloLive or the big VTubers, and they have the Oshi marks in their name. They have no reason to feel bad. Because they're already so popular that you're just like, oh, what the? This person is the fan of the same person I'm a fan of. And then clearly they must be a good person. That's how it works, obviously. That's not how it works. You have to leave to be affiliate partner. Derma's officially, he's officially retired. No, he said he's soft retired. That's different. He's soft retired, whatever that means. But he does stream. Favorite streamer is Wolfie. Hey, that's me. What the? That's me. Let's see. I'm having a small model created and I will return to streaming once more. Nanolaser is a streamer. I'm gonna be streaming. Are you gonna stream, what is that game that your username is based on? The Nanolathe. The game with the Nanolathe in it. Let's see. On the other hand, if your favorite streamer is one among, if you're among many you can directly interact with, it has a whole social component that makes it awkward. I think so. Like, if I had to say who my favorite streamer is that isn't Northernlion, I'd be like, I don't know. I have many streamers that I watch whose content I enjoy, but I would feel weird, like, choosing one, you know? It's like, I would consider myself friends with several of these people. But also, I would not say a list. I would not say a list. I would not say she's one of my favorite streamers. I do enjoy her streams, but I feel like, I mean, you know, I watch other streams. A few in the second tier as well. So true. Let's see. You can turn off subs. You have to leave affiliate partner. True. It is true. I know someone who was a partner and then she emailed Twitch to not be a partner anymore because, like, you know how people, like, they start off streaming and then they're known for doing one thing. Like, specifically in their case, they did ASMR and then they got really popular and then they're like, I don't really want to do ASMR anymore. But then, like, they still had the partner badge and they, you know, they're just like, they didn't have the same number of viewers anymore and they're like, you know what, I'm just gonna, like, remove the partner and then just try to earn partner again. And then they did. And that's, I mean, they're going to. They haven't done it yet, but they will. And I was like, that makes sense. So, you know, if you're just doing totally different content and the people that watched you earlier, I feel like that's probably very common for ASMR. It's like, you may get a lot of viewers, but they're not going to stick around if you do something else besides ASMR. That's how it is. That's what it's like to be a content creator. It's just people are, they're just there for very specific things. That's how it is. So yeah, people do still use soy boy emote. Someone has to send Twitch a death certificate. The bank account just closes and they can't collect money. Yeah, but then like, what if it goes to like PayPal? And then, you know, does PayPal then close the account? I don't know. I don't know how it works. Getting a partner twice, so true. Doing completely different content even. Can you imagine getting partner even once? Can't even imagine. Could not even fathom possibly doing that. Let me scroll down. Let's scroll down in the chat. And Later says, yeah, I personally don't like some of the huge ones, the big streamers. I don't know. When the stream is too big, I'm like, what's even the point of watching live? I just watch the clips, you know? That's not true. I do still watch Northern Lion streams live. Welcome, Lakewood Cake. When is the next Wolfie ASMR stream? Never. I hate ASMR. I'm one of those people that can't stand it. I don't understand the appeal. It just doesn't appeal to me. It just sounds bad. It just gives me an unpleasant feeling. At some point it goes to unclaimed property, and then the government holds onto money for a long time. Aren't they already doing that? Aren't they constantly doing that? That's what they do. Imagine having viewers who play crosswords with you but don't play your Wednesday staple of webfishing. No one does that. All the people that are there for... No one even is there for the crosswords. That's not true. I feel like a lot of my viewers do stick around regardless of what I'm playing. Mostly because I play the same games. I'm always doing webfishing. I'm always doing variety. I guess variety is a bunch of stuff. But it's like, you know, kind of the same thing every week. It used to be Picross every week, and now it's like, I don't even know what I do on Fridays anymore. Some kind of game. Some kind of gaming. Watch that crony, she was so rude. In the same way, what? She's so rude. Can't believe this. You see that she got hacked at some point? Or her account was promoting some kind of crypto thing, and then they turned it into a whole big thing. That was a thing. You get a 0.1% chance the streamer will read your message. Yeah, but then when that does happen, you're like, whoa, streamer read my message in the, you know, the sea of messages. I can't believe that they noticed me. And then you can brag to all your friends. You're like, guys, he laughed at my comment. That happened to me once. Northern Lion one time laughed at my comment, and I was like, oh, that, you know, that was my comment he laughed at. And then I looked at the VOD again. It was not actually just my comment. Someone else said the same thing before me, but I think he didn't notice that one. I feel like he saw my message. Okay, but I didn't realize until after. And then I was like, look at this. He read my comment, and he laughed at it. Or like when you're playing a game, you know? When streamer has a lobby in a game and you join the game and the streamer interacts with you in the game, you're like, whoa, what the? This is feeding into my parasocial relationship with the streamer. Whoa, I can interact with the streamer in game? It's crazy. Amazing. Fishing is kind of ASMR-ish, soft background noises and gentle talking. There are sounds. There are clicking sounds. Me pressing WASD sometimes. Keyboard ASMR. Oh guys, look, keyboard ASMR. Gamer keyboard. This is probably not what it normally sounds like. Oh my god, they're typing crazy. Hold on. Simply use a strong password and multi-factor auth. I don't actually know how it got hacked. From what I heard, it was not actually Crony herself, but like probably some manager, because it got hacked like very late at night for her. Like given the time zones, it must have been like daytime in Japan. I don't know. RTS games. Anyone out there even gaming? I don't think so. Crosswords is my favorite part of the week. Even more favorite than the actual fishing. What about the fishing? even more than the VR fishing streams that definitely happen still. Sometimes. That's a lie, they don't actually happen. Pecora read one of your messages once. Do you, when you watch Japanese VTubers, do you post in English in their chats? Or do you post in Japanese? And the message that she read, was it in English? Did she understand the meaning of the message? We don't even know. We simply don't even know. Nano Lather said, I brutally annihilated one of my favorite streamers in Quake with my rocket launcher. I didn't know people streamed Quake. You tell me people are still playing Quake. I didn't even know. I'd say I feel like people who like comf stuff and don't like ASMR just gravitate to casual chatting streams. Imagine enjoying ASMR. Couldn't be me. Although I'm sure many people do. It is quite a popular category. But I don't like it. I heard someone tell me that my keyboard sounded nice for someone who doesn't like ASMR. I sure decided to pick up a microphone that would pick up kids playing down the road. What? You buy a condenser mic? Gotta be careful. That you gotta consider. That's what I meant. You gotta consider the microphone type. I would never get a condenser mic because it would pick up so much noise. There'd be so much stuff happening. You'd have the sound. Well, another whale. That's like the third whale. The second whale. See, Ham said, I know another guy got hacked when he opened what he thought was a digital signature thing he got from a fake sponsor deal. Those people actually get on call for it. Oh, like they like DocuSign instead of it being really DocuSign. It's like some scam website. I think I also saw that. I don't know where I saw it. Maybe it's like on a tweet or something. I don't know. Things happen sometimes, and you just don't know. People do fall for scams quite often. I've even talked about it recently. Remember that time I talked about me falling for a World of Warcraft scam? I remember that. Because I told the story. Obviously I remember. It's Quake 2? Quake 2? He's always said, I currently do. I will eventually learn Japanese and then post in Japanese. I think a lot of people probably did learn Japanese to watch Japanese VTubers. And I think that's cool. It's cool to learn a language to enjoy content. I remember seeing people getting upset. They're like, you're telling me people are learning to watch anime? That's cringe. I would simply only learn Japanese for wholesome reasons and not related to watching anime. And it's like, well, they're learning the language, okay? Like, what's wrong with you? Oh no, learning a language to help your hobbies? Oh, that's crazy. I would rather only learn it to read classic literature. Not me. It could never happen. There's about 3 characters of Japanese, but no one else said it. I wonder what it was. I play Quake once a month. Also, welcome Gex. Quake 2 also call Railgun Kills Railing. Also played 1 and 3. Regardless, very parasocial. Quake. I've never even played Quake. I don't even know what it looks like. I did indeed buy a condenser mic thinking it would be nice for it to pick up small sounds, like an absolute deranged person that didn't think of implications. A lot of people do have condenser mics. I think most of the popular mics that people use for stream are in fact condenser mics. Maybe, I don't know. Elgato Wave 3, that's a condenser mic. That's a popular one. I don't really know, I could probably find the video that talked about it. I've seen it. They're talking about the one where someone got scammed. SM7B is dynamic. Yes, it is a dynamic microphone. Do I use the snowball mic? No, I use the SM7B. The expensive one. The one that everyone's like, this is the high-end mic that all the big streamers use. It is hundreds of dollars, and you'll never need to get a new one. And I was like, you know what? I guess, why not? And then I got it. Actually, a long time ago, I used to use a different mic. Back when I first started streaming, I've gone through 2 different microphones. The first one I had was just a headset mic. It sounded really bad. And then I was like, this is awful. Let me switch to a different one. I got like the Samson, what is it, Samson Q2U or something? I heard that one's pretty nice. And then I got it and I was like, this is nicer than the other one. And then I was like, okay, what if I just get the SM7B? And then I did. And I feel like I probably don't have it tuned properly or whatever. There's like a lot of settings you can change, and I probably have not. I guess there are 2 settings, but then the interface has other settings. And this is probably not the best setting for my voice and room. But whatever, it's fine. The microphone. The real microphone. Honestly, I listened to the comparisons and I like the sounds of the cheaper MB7 Plus more. I think it depends. Like certain microphones are, I guess, better for certain voices or something. It's like people have different like frequencies, resonant frequencies or whatever. And then like also for VTubing, I feel like with dynamic mics you have to be much closer to it. And if you care about your facial tracking, the mic could be in the way. It could mess up some of that. Yeah, so I think a lot of VTubers get condenser mics simply because they don't have to be as close to it. And then it doesn't show up in front of their face. I got a condenser mic, which I got just because I was sick of sounding rubbish on work remote meetings. Still, only 20% of people bother to use headphones, so I just force mute when they don't talk. I feel like my yeah, I just use the default mic on my laptop at work. I feel like most people also do that. I was on terrible headset mics for so long that my friends ended up buying me a cheap condenser so I didn't destroy their ears with the tiny microphone on my in-ears. Dang. You're like, your audio is so bad, I'm gonna buy you a real microphone. Actually, apparently, Alyss uses a headset mic. It actually sounds pretty good. I don't know what it is. I feel like most headset mics that people have are just really bad. An interlayer has to call a client for an emergency. Well, I hope it gets resolved. I feel like most VTubers just do SM7B. Well, all the ones that have the money. If you were like a smaller VTuber that does not have a lot of money to spend on this stuff, they probably just use like a Blue Yeti mic or something. Or one of the other ones, I don't know. Do I use headphones or speakers for work meetings? It depends. When I'm at home, I just use speakers. When I'm in the office, I use my AirPods. Because, like, you know, I'm in a conference room. People can hear everything. You want to be considerate to the people around you. When I'm at home, I don't need to care about that. Just play the audio. But I do mute when I'm not speaking, though. Because, like, otherwise it probably picks up, like, echoes and stuff like that. I have a gaming headset I've been using and nobody's complained. I guess it's okay. What if it's so bad that they're just like, well, does he know it's this bad? Surely he knows he sounds awful. Let's not mention it. It was actually just like so bad that they just don't even care. It's more convenient than a separate mic. See, that's the reason why I got a gaming headset in the first place. I was like, okay, well, if I'm gonna like decide to maybe start streaming, why would I get 2 separate, like a headphone and a microphone? Surely the microphone on the headset doesn't sound that bad. And then it did sound bad. It did sound quite bad. If the headset mic is decent, it is right in front of your face, it can pick up quite well. I think that is the advantage of a headset mic, is that you don't have to care about how you position yourself. That, you know, you could walk, you could be like, look, what if I'm like over here, I'm like so far away from the mic, you probably can't even hear me that well. I mean, you can probably hear me, but it's probably not that good. And then if I, I go closer to the mic, it's better. But then when you have a headset mic, you could just move your head around whenever, and it sounds the same. can hear you occasionally, but it's, you know, it's not as good. That's what I'm saying. Resin 8? What about Resin none? Resin 1 to Resin 7, so true. Resin 8, I sure hope it did, because it is 5 p.m. after all. You're telling me it's 5 p.m. and it hasn't eaten yet? That's, you gotta eat some food, Resin. Can't believe you wouldn't even eat. Muting when you don't speak is fine too. It's the people who constantly echo that drive me mad. I feel like maybe it's because, like, everyone at my company and also all the companies I've worked at, they use MacBooks, and those, I think by default, have pretty decent noise cancellation. And so it's usually not very noticeable. I could imagine though if they're using like some random Windows laptop or Linux laptop and they don't have like a standard system for like noise cancellation. I don't know, it might sound awful. So I have an acquaintance whose headset mic sounds like good radio sound that has a good that has a good radio-like sound. I see. I don't know. I'm sure that if I had put more effort into finding a headset that works better with my voice, I'm sure I could have done it. But I was like, whatever. It's fine. Oh, look at this. An Alpha Ray. The guy with the worst echo has a MacBook though? Okay, well then I guess I don't know then. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Worse is having extremely loud music on that completely turns off when someone speaks, like those Latin American radio channels. Loud music that turns off when someone speaks. Oh, that's like, it's called ducking. Do you know that? Is that, the term for that is ducking? Audio ducking? You're like, duck, like the animal. I think it's like ducking as in like, you know, when someone ducks to dodge something, they're like going underneath, you know? Ducking. When you talk and then the audio lowers. That's a thing. I don't get people who don't mute when they don't speak. It's like the mindset of people who play music on public transit. I hate when people do that. Yeah, you don't even get me started on this. I can't believe people do this. When people play music on the train, it's like, what are you doing? Don't you know everyone else has to listen to your awful music? You should not be playing this song. Even if it's a good song, I don't want to listen to it. Okay? There could be people that have a headache. There could be people that, you know, they just don't like loud noises. It's very inconsiderate. Unbelievable. And also, you ever been like at a company, like big meeting, where there's like, you know, dozens of people on the call, and then like for some reason they don't mute? And then like the admins don't have permission to unmute other people either. Or like, maybe not the admins, but like the meeting hosts, they don't have permission to like mute other people. And so it's just like, hey, whoever has their microphone unmuted, can you please mute? And then you just hear people like talking in the background and just like they're talking to their kid or something. And then they don't hear what's going on. And then they're just like, hey, again, guys, can someone unmute their microphone? No, whoever it is who has your mic unmuted, please mute. And then they don't mute. And then you just like, you spend the entire meeting just like listening to random sounds. Messed up. I would mind less if people playing music on public transport had actually good speakers. Part of why it's awful is that it always sounds terrible. I think even if it sounds good, I don't want to hear it. It's just my opinion. Just my onion. My old coworker frequently forgot to mute. Man. Why do they do that? They don't even know. They're not even aware of etiquette. I feel like push to talk is not as big of a thing nowadays. Do you feel that's true? I feel like nowadays, a lot of people just have their microphones on all the time. Whereas back in the day, if you ever used Ventrilo, push to talk was like the default. Everyone would push to talk. But now, everyone just, they depend on the whatever the software they're using to mute them when they're not talking loud enough. Like, you know, like Discord. They have the thing. It's just how it is. The worst is people who blast music out on nature walks. Defeats the purpose of going. What if they're listening to like bird sounds? Rainforest music. Just like jungle ASMR when they're out. Push to talk is inconvenient. It is, but like, you know, people used to do it. Sometimes he swore under his breath. It's a bit awkward. What's he doing? What is bro even doing? Swearing? Doesn't he know that people can hear him? Problem is that I can't find a consistently good push to talk button. Sometimes tilde works. In some games it has a different function, so I need a different button. It is a bit annoying, yes. I don't really have a situation where I need to use push to talk. Actually, when I like do like work conference calls and stuff like that, I used to like hold space to unmute. I think that's the default thing on Zoom, is that when you hold space, your mic is unmuted. Since we don't use we don't use Zoom at our company, we use Google Meet. I don't think they have that by default, so I just have to like manually click the mute and unmute button. But I used to have a button on my Stream Deck that would mute and unmute my calls. I do have a smaller Stream Deck that I used to use for my main computer, but then I got the large one and I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? And I ended up using it for work, although I don't really use it anymore. It's just sitting there. Google Meet has a push to talk button. Space works. Okay. I guess I just haven't done it for some reason. I'm still a push to talk guy, but the software canceling can work well. I think, yeah, it does work pretty well nowadays. I feel like probably the reason why push to talk was needed back in the day was because they didn't have like that built into the software to detect when you're actually like, you know, doing noise cancellation in the program and like detecting volumes. I guess they could have detected volumes, but maybe it was inconsistent. I don't know. They have machine learning models now. They can detect whether you're saying anything intelligible. Speech detection is generally alright if you're somewhere quiet or on headphones, but I still mute when I'm not planning to speak. Exactly. That's how it is. As always said, I am sometimes a terrible person and listen to stuff on my phone without headphones when walking outside. Tend to lower the volume the moment I threaten to pass someone. Well, I guess if there's no one around you, I guess it's... I mean, I guess you don't know that there's no one around you. But it's less bad than it being, like, on public transit. But I don't know. Now, what if you just didn't realize how loud it is? You're like, no one can hear this, but then everyone can hear it. Don't even know. Push to talk on browser sessions isn't great. Google Meet has that thing. GPU noise cancellation is good now. Technology has improved. That is the benefit of modern day software, is that they have conveniences. They can detect things. They can turn the thing on or off. And I think that's cool. I think it's great that we live in a society that can do this stuff. You know, another thing about society. Okay, I'm gonna hydrate first, but then I'm gonna start talking about society. So we'll see you in several seconds after I'm done hydrating. Alright. Bone conduction headphones. Oh yeah, I heard that bikers use those. Because like then you can still listen to traffic, you know, you can hear cars, but also listen to music. Anyway, about society, okay? Here's one thing that I noticed yesterday. I was in the supermarket, or like grocery store or whatever, and the person that was in front of me in line, I guess it was a family. There was like a mom and dad and a child. but they were the kind of family who would like eat stuff in the store and then pay for it at the cash register. Does anyone here do that? I always thought that was kind of weird. Like they were checking out and like half the stuff that they put on there was like already half eaten. They drank an entire like bottle of water. They like ate an entire like ice cream cone. They ate like half of like I don't even know what it was, like a bag of something. And then they just put that on the conveyor belt. I'm like, I mean, I guess you're paying for it, but it just feels weird to me. Like, why you can't just wait until like you're done, like you know, you're done shopping before going outside to eat it. I always thought that was kind of weird. Sometimes they'll just drink in the store. I would never do that. If I'm really thirsty, I'll do it with a drink, but usually I wait. Cause like I've never been in a situation where like I desperately like I need to drink this right now. I need to eat this thing in the store. But I guess it's like it's not that uncommon. I don't know. Always strikes me as kind of weird. But I guess it is fine. The person at the cash register didn't seem to mind. I guess it happens all the time. But I would never do it. I think I ate sweets before paying as a kid. I've also drunk stuff when the queue was really long and I was really thirsty. Oh yeah, the line was really long though. I arrived at the grocery store right as they were closing. And I only had a few items. But then the people in front of me, they had like, you know, like 20 things. And I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna be waiting here for 20 minutes. I just have like these 3 things I want to buy. Welcome, Brooke. It's terrible on self-checkout. True. I don't do that because I'm scared. What if my card gets declined and then someone hacked it and then I'd become a thief? Right? You don't even know. Actually, that almost happened to them. They tried swiping their card and then they had some issues and they're like, oh, can we get like a manager over here to check it out? Like, oh, here we go. Now I have to wait for a manager to come over, resolve their issues. They did fix it, but it's like, what if they couldn't? Then they couldn't return the items because they already ate them. Welcome back. I feel like if you have 20 things, you shouldn't self-checkout. No, this wasn't a self-checkout. This was this place had no self-checkout. Just how it is. But I don't know. Maybe it's fine. You go to self-checkout and then it's like, oh, you gotta get a person to check this out for you because of some issue. You're like, oh man. Then what was the point of doing this? Anyway, that was my rant about society. People who eat or drink things while online. I've never done it. I don't think I will ever do it. That's just the life that I live. That's just the kind of person that I am, okay? And local has 9 self-checkouts with 1 queue. Doing a big-ish load them is fine. Yeah, I like, it's fine when there's like 1 line and then people branch out. I don't like the system where like you have to choose like a line to get into and then like, you know, then you might end up waiting longer. I think more stores should adopt the thing where it's like, you know, a 1 slow queue blocks everyone, right? You don't want that. So if 1 person takes longer, it's fine. You still have 9 other ones, or however many there are. You shouldn't have to pick. They should just give you whichever one is available. In computer science, we call that a work stealing queue. You know that? They just, you know, people, there's just 1 queue and then whoever's available just takes it. You know, you all know. We have at least 3 software engineers here. It should be a 1 line, exactly. I prefer self-checkout because I can spend ages packing my rucksack. Perfectly, I always feel like I need to rush. Yeah, I don't know, I prefer self-checkout. I guess also because I don't tend to like buy that many things at once. But yeah, I feel less rushed. It's like when I'm waiting for like, you know, they they scan my items and then they put them on there and then I'm like, oh, I gotta put them in my bag really fast because otherwise it's like then it gets mixed up with the next person's. I don't know. The store did that during COVID, having 1 line. They should do that. feel like the human till is more comfy to pack because you don't have to juggle stuff on that small area. Are you buying like a lot of stuff? It's never really been an issue for me. Small area. But I'm sure it's fine. Are there other things that bother you about supermarkets? Can we talk about things that bother you about supermarkets? Don't you hate it when people go to the supermarket and they I don't know, they punch the wall? Oh, I hate when that happens. Anyone relate to this? Oh, I hate when I go to the supermarket and there's blood on the floor. Ah, that sucks. It happens all the time, man. It's crazy. I'm just kidding. Surely there's like real things we can talk about. What about when people go to the supermarket and I don't know, and someone is dead? No, they would never. When the workers are stocking the section I want to get into, I don't think that's ever happened to me, but I could imagine it being annoying. Might be like, I just want to go here. I would just like to purchase this item. What is the worst thing you've done in a supermarket? What's the worst thing I've done in a supermarket? I don't know. I can't really think of anything bad that I've done. Is there even anything? Have I ever done anything in a supermarket that I would regret? I don't think so. I honestly can't think of anything. I'm sure maybe there is one. I just can't remember. Probably like when I was a kid. What are some common examples? I don't want to say, well then why would you bring it up? This guy's out here. Now we're like, I wonder what it was. He killed someone? What are you doing? Oh, this guy was annoying me and I stabbed him. Can't believe you would do that. I really love it. Oh, look at this, another whale. A lot of other VTubers have had stories about supermarkets, right? Karagi has stories about milk in supermarkets. Remember Karagi, classic streamer. Supermarkets. I'm not gonna tell the story, but you can tune into her streams and ask her about it. Actually, I guess maybe not. Anyway, there's many things, you know, a lot of stories in supermarkets. A lot of people living their life in the supermarket, purchasing things. She'll be back one of these days. As a kid, I tidied up a shelf where all the boxes of mini bath soaps had a broken open while waiting for my mom. Took some as a feat. Yo, you stole! This guy stole! I can't believe, well, everyone, can you arrest this guy? Mods, ban this guy. Mods, we have a criminal. Ban this guy. I'm just kidding. Welcome, son. Can't believe you would do that. You would steal bath soaps. Have I done anything that I regret in the supermarket? I'm like, I really want to remember. Have I ever done... I probably have like taken an item and like put it back somewhere that was not the shelf it was originally on. That's probably the extent of it. I'm sure people do that all the time. They're like, oh, I would like to buy this. And then you're like, oh, actually, maybe I don't want it. And then instead of going all the way back to where it was, you just put it somewhere else nearby. And then, like, you know, then someone has to be like, oh, this doesn't go here. This person put this thing over here. No, it doesn't even belong here. Now we have to, like, find out where it goes. Can't believe it. Welcome, Razul. To a crimes prison. Get this guy in jail. Honestly, though, whenever I do something wrong, I tend to do it in the clumsiest way possible. And then feel guilty about it instead of just being evil. Life is quite tough. Life is hard. It is true. Welcome, Anthony. I think I did something similar, but with the $5 DVD basket at Walmart, I didn't steal them. You did what? You put the DVD in the wrong place? Is that what happened? You took the DVD. You put it in the CD place instead of with the DVDs? You took the celery and you put it in the place where they put the carrots. You took a mandarin orange and you put it with the regular oranges. I can't freaking believe this guy. Messed up. Squatted down in a supermarket once and ripped wide open into what the entire what? I hear the noise. I didn't realize it was bad until I got home. Well, that's embarrassing. Well, hopefully you will never remember this horrific memory. After this, you'll be like, that never happened. I'm not that much of a monster. You didn't put the DVD in the CD place. I can't believe this. What else have I done? Is there even anything? People put refrigerated item back in a non-refrigerated. See, that's wrong though. I feel like, you know, when you put something where it doesn't belong, it's like it's bad, but it's like it's not like awful. It is, you know, you shouldn't do it. But you know. But when it's like the refrigerated item, that thing's gonna be messed up. It's gonna be hecked up, man. Well, you ever like go to a supermarket and you have like a drink with you, and you're like, oh, what if they think I stole it? You're like, I like walked in here with this thing. You have to like show the camera, be like, hey, I walked in here with this. If you see me leaving with this, it's not because I stole it. Okay, it's because I had this with me. Just so you know, everyone, I'm declaring that I have this every time. And they're like, this guy's stealing. You're not allowed to do this. Don't you know that this is an item that we sell in our store? Honestly, sometimes like when I have to like visit 2 grocery stores, I'm afraid to go into one of them because it's like, you know, some of them they sell similar items, but like they don't always have the thing I want. And then I'm like, oh, maybe I'll go to the next one. It's like literally across the street. And then it's like, but then what if I go in there and then they're like, you stole this. We sell this item. You stole this. And then like I do have a receipt I can show them, but I'm like, I don't I don't know. So that's why I have like 2 different bags, okay? I put it's not true. That's sometimes. If the thing I'm buying is like not that big, I'll like put it in my backpack. Cause like when I go to the office, I bring my backpack with me to put my laptop in. And when I go to the first grocery store, and then I buy something and I'm planning on going to the other one, I just take the time to open my bag and then just put it, you know, just put it in my backpack. And then I go buy whatever I need. I'm sure they don't care. They're probably just like, yeah, whatever. You have receipts. I literally make an effort to talk to the security guards or cashier first just because of that. Now, I wouldn't go that far. I might look at the camera. If they have a camera, I might just look at the camera and like hold up my item that I have. Actually, I feel like I haven't done that in like years. I've never walked into a grocery store with like a drink that I already had. I did though, a long time ago when I was a kid. I try to buy things in order of most obscure shops first, but I don't ever have the same item issue. That is a possibility that you could consider doing. But what if they're like not aligned properly? You know, what if they're not in a perfect line? You have to like go to one store and then like walk back toward the other store. I don't know. Sometimes if the receipt checker at the exit wants to check my receipt, I just walk past them. What, you just walk past them? Or like, okay, also like a thing where like, if you go into a store and they don't have anything that you want to buy, sometimes I feel bad about just walking out. Especially if it's like a small store. If it's like a big supermarket, it's like whatever, no one cares. But if it's like a small like family-owned business, I'm like, I walk in there, I look around for 2 seconds, and I'm like, I don't really want anything. And then I walk out, and then I'm like, what if because I walked out, they think I stole something, you know? Because people do that. They'll just like walk into a store, not buy anything. It's like, this guy's suspicious. What's he doing? What's he doing walking in here and walking out like that? Especially if they greet me, because you know it's a small business. You know they don't have that many customers. They'd be like, "Hey, how are you doing, sir?" I'd be like, "Good." and then I just leave. I'm like, ah, now I feel bad. And then I just never go back. That's not true. But like, I feel bad about it. You should tape your bags like in Japan. They do that. They do in fact do that. It's a lot of waste actually. You know, like in Japan, there's like, if you go to like a store that has multiple floors, a lot of the times if you want to buy something, you can't leave the floor without buying it. You're like, okay, I want to buy something that's on floor 3 and 4 and maybe 5. You just think like, okay, I'll take the thing from floor, you know, 3, go up to floor 4, get some stuff from there, go up to the next floor. You have to buy them on each floor. And then when you buy them, they tape your bags to make sure that, you know, to prove that you didn't put stuff in it. It just feels like a lot of waste, you know? Every floor you go to, you get like a plastic bag. A lot of plastic in Japan. Too much. Anyway, that's life. That's life. Relatable moments. Everyone watching this stream was like, hey, I can so relate to this. Grocery store anecdotes? I love this. This is why I watch Northern Lion. He talks about the things like this. He's like, when I went to the grocery store and this person was, they had their shopping cart in the way and I tried to scooch past them and they're just like, they didn't even budge. They didn't even try to move their shopping cart. When I'm there, you know, I see someone try to move past me, I try to be considerate. Stuff like that. Don't they individually wrap fruit in plastic? They do. Everything is sold in plastic. They'll just individually wrap bananas. Individually wrap just everything. Couldn't the criminals just bring their own tape if someone wanted to steal? Yes. But surely there's no crime. As we all know, crime doesn't exist in Japan. It is a perfect society where no one would ever steal anything. And that's why it's goated and everyone should live there. Nah, just kidding. I'm being facetious. Do people recognize Northern Lion at the grocery store? Yes. It has happened many times. Don't think I've ever not returned my cart. Oh yeah, that's another thing that people do, is to not return their cart. That is true. I feel like nowadays I don't use the cart because I don't have a car, you know? If I'm using a cart, it means I'm buying more stuff that I can carry, which is not gonna work. Now I just put it in my bag and then that's how it is. Welcome, Good Cat. Oh, is that different Good Cat? What the? Is this not Good Cat Gaming? Good Cat. Let's see. Let's see. The police catch you with tape on the street in Japan. They send you straight to jail, not even going past go. What? Why would they do that? Actually, crime is very frowned upon in Japan. Defies their concept of Nihon no soup, Japanese soup, which means crime bad. So true, Rizul. They do say that. One of the stores here doesn't have a blanket to carry groceries. Why did I say blanket? Basket. A basket. And then what do? You just give a bag. Oh, I read it wrong. It's a hon. Okay, see, you know, like in Japanese, Nihon is like those two characters but reversed. Every single day, every time I read them wrong. This is not the same as when you do it like the other way. This one or this one. See, these are two separate things. And many people don't really know this. Yeah, Honjitsu. I read it as Nihon. It is the same characters in reverse. Man, streamer, he doesn't even know. He read the words wrong. Man. Same cat, different account. Why the different account? Did you get banned from Twitch? Has anyone ever been banned on Twitch? Not from a chat, but like from Twitch entirely? What's that like? I can't even imagine that. Crime is illegal in Japan. What? They should make crime illegal everywhere. Can't believe this. Locked out of the other one due to two-factor authentication. No, then how do we know it's the real one? You're telling me you don't have access to your original two-factor auth? What if this is a fake person? This is not even the same person. Like an IP ban, never met someone that has. No, like your account specifically was. I've seen it happen sometimes. I have 2 arms to carry things with. I'm literally the guy from the why can't I hold all these whatever memes. Limes? That's the guy who can't hold all these limes. Man. That's why you gotta bring your own bag with you. In my bag, I have another bag. And then I use that bag to hold groceries. That's the meta. Otherwise, you have to go in there and gotta use their shopping cart, basket, or whatever, if they have them. And then at checkout, they're like, do you need a bag? And you're like, yes, I do need a bag. And like, well, that's gonna be 50 cents extra. We don't offer plastic bags anymore. You have to buy this cloth bag instead. You're like, alright, fine. I'll often leave the grocery without a cart or bag. Like, I'll carry this. It turns out to be pretty awkward. Man, imagine buying so many things. Can't even bag them. I bring my backpack, but I really don't want to do that. But why not? Isn't that the best way to do it? Someone I know got banned for restreaming Terry Davis Temple OS streams because of his unfortunate tendency to say regretful things. He does say things. That guy does in fact say things. I tend to grab an empty box from their empty box collection cart. Their empty box collection? Is that a thing? An empty box collection cart in grocery stores? I didn't know that. Back in my day, you were never charged for bags, and look where that got us, huh? Plastic bags are out there in the ocean, ruining society. I did hear that the ban on plastic bags actually made things worse in some ways. Because now it's like, you know, the reason why bags were kind of bad was like they were single use and then people would just, you know, throw them out. So instead they're like, you gotta bring your own bag, or like, you know, buy one of these other bags that are meant to be reusable. But then people are still using them once and then like throwing them away. So like instead of people throwing away the plastic bags, they're like throwing away, you know, the cloth bags. It's like a lot. It's like a lot of stuff happening. And then also like with the rise of online shopping, a lot of times people, you know, they go to the websites where someone shops for them. Someone goes to the grocery store for them. And then like those people, they're not gonna, you know, they're not gonna get reusable bags. They're just gonna buy the bags that are there. And then essentially those are one-time use bags. And you got people that just have a lot of cloth bags at home that they're never gonna use. That's how it is. Some stores have a heap of used packing boxes you can take. They don't have that here. Also, wait, is this another thing that's in Europe? I saw that it was like in Europe, when you have like, let's say you have like a 20 count box of like Coca-Cola or something. You can just open the box of Coca-Cola and take one. Whereas like in the US, if it's like a 20 pack, you can't do that. You just have to like go find the individual Coca-Colas. That's a thing. Apparently in Europe you can just do that. Which makes sense, but also I don't know. Never even thought about doing it. Let me scroll up. Tote bags require many uses to be more environmentally friendly. Exactly. And many people will only use it once. I usually reuse the plastic ones as bin liners. Yeah, when I would get plastic bags, I would use them like many times. So many times. My family also reuses like takeout containers. I know a lot of people, they'll get like a takeout container, like the plastic ones, and then they'll just like throw it out. We reuse those. Join request by an unknown user. Psycho117. I don't know who that is. You will have to show yourself in the chat. And then also affirm that you are not a hacker, which I simply do not recognize. Dozens of uses. The cloth bags are biodegradable. I guess that makes sense. I use plastic bags for cat litter. Is that a common thing that people do? Hold on, I'm very far behind in chat. And still reuse their bulk cardboard box packaging instead of getting crushed. I see. They buy the bag. Surely if you do that professionally, you bring the right equipment to carry things. They buy the bags? What was this about? I'm so far behind. Me when the message is from 2 minutes ago. 3 minutes ago. Every time I see people buying bags after so many years to buy... What? After so many years to buy a bag, I know they're just gonna throw them away. My reusable bags are still 20 years old and still kicking. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of reusing plastic bags. You know, sometimes you just gotta like... You know, you got a bag. You just need a bag to put stuff in. And I had many. We still have paper bags available, but they suck because they don't have handles. Do they not have handles? Then what's the point? You know, most of the plastic bags, or sorry, the paper bags that they give around here, they all have handles. I've seen it in several places in the US. It's a thing here. Okay, this is the thing about the sodas. That's a thing. That's not a thing here. What if people go in and take one Coke from every box so you've got a bunch of 11 Coke boxes? Right? That's what I'm saying. I guess you have to depend on people having good manners. If they're like, if they want a single can, they'll take from a thing that's already been opened. But what if they don't? What if everyone just takes from their own unopened can? Unopened box, I mean. Most commonly at warehouse membership stores like Costco. They do. I thought the point of Costco was that you had to like buy them in bulk. That's why it's cheap. Maybe not. I don't know. I've never really shopped at Costco. With the name like Psycho, they must be trustworthy. Well, they haven't said anything in the chat, so they've also decided not to join. It's like the second person today. They're like, I'm gonna join, and then when I ask them to show themselves, they're like, maybe not. Maybe I don't want to join. I'd say I've reused them, but I somehow don't feel like it's totally safe to use over and over. They're not like Tupperware. I mean, they're just bags, though. What could be bad about reusing plastic bags? The microplastics. You think the microplastics are leaching into the thing they're carrying? Probably. They probably are. I wonder who invented bags. Oh, takeout containers. Okay, well, yeah, I guess that's different then. You are probably correct that they do probably not... They are probably not good. But, you know, you're not putting stuff in it for that long, probably. Maybe. Soap. No, but aren't you worried that the soap would like, I don't know, have adverse reactions to the containers? Or is that the point? Is that what you meant? Usually there's too many binding in store for that to happen. Wait, for what? Who invented bags? What if people... Sorry, what was this? I hate how on Twitch when you reply to a comment, you can't click to see what the comment was. Oh wait, you can hover. You can hover over. I didn't realize that. I thought you... Okay, apparently you can hover over it and the alt text shows you the entire comment. I did not realize that. I would always just like scroll up. You can click to check. No, you can't. You can hover over it and then it shows the full comment. Okay. I see. Now, single-use plastic, it shows you the text box for a thread. It doesn't for me. It doesn't work for me. I don't see it. Mobile. Welcome Desta Waste. No, like in my view, I don't see it. Single-use plastic bags actually decompose if you if you keep them for too long. They break up into teeny tiny pieces and fill you with many regrets. I can't believe this. Hold on, what is this link? Open thread? I don't see this. Maybe because I'm in mod view? Does mod view not have that? Or is that a better Twitch TV or 7TV thing? I don't know. I don't have that. It's not a thing I can see. But now I know you can hover over it and then the alt text will show the entire comment. I did not realize that until now. I don't have this. Yeah, you just think it's a default feature. That's the problem I have with these plugins. Is that everyone is just like, oh, this thing, yeah, this thing's totally a thing. It definitely exists, but it doesn't. You are hallucinating. It's not real. Mobile doesn't show replies, only mentions, right? It is not a default feature. I remember seeing someone, they were like, oh, do you know you can just press up in chat and it will show you previous, it'll just, you know, repopulate your previous message. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. That has never been a thing. And they're like, oh, well, they should be a thing. I thought it was a thing. It's not a thing. Click to reply. Yeah, but then you were like making a reply. It's a different thing. Up to reply. See, you didn't even know. You got so accustomed to these plugins, you don't even know what it's like living out here. The simple life. It's probably many things like that. I've never really had a reason to do it though. To press up to post my previous message. Chatterino shows the entire reply chain if you click on it. Oh, that sounds useful. I'm not going to use Chatterino though. So does the text box I click with open thread. I reply to the thread. But what if I don't want to reply? Just a clearer icon for the reply thing? Oh, that's like, oh, I see. They just changed the icon. No, but then hold on. If you reply to a thing and I click to reply, oh, you do see the thread. Interesting. Oh, that's actually useful then. Wait, does it show all the other people's responses to that message? Is that the thing? Is that multiple people reply to the same thing and then you click on that message? Oh, it does? Well, that sounds really useful then. I didn't know that. I guess that would be very nice to have. And they do have it. I just never have seen it. I think then Twitch should just change the icon. Instead of being click to reply, it should be click to show thread. That's how it is. Why haven't they done this? So, you know, that's a thing I can get behind. The better Twitch TV thing or whatever is that they change the icon to make it more obvious what it does. And Twitch should do this. But now that I know, I will be less confused. Mobile also doesn't highlight first messages. It does if you are a moderator. I didn't realize that was a thing that was in plugins. You know, a lot of times I'm like in a chat and then people will be like, first time chatter. I'm like, how do you know? Are you like clicking on their name every time because they said something weird? But no, I guess you just know. You simply just know based on what the plugin shows you. I think Extra does. I don't even know what that is. There's too many things now. You got 7TV, Frankerface Z. You got Better Twitch TV. Extra. What even is that? Yeah, John Twitch. They should be adding this functionality. There's Extra, the alternative Android app. I've never heard of it. Third-party Android app. Man, the website is so bad, people just have to make third-party services. That's how it is. But I feel like then the third-party people, they have too much control. Whoever owns 7TV can just add a global emote. That's crazy. A global emote for people that use 7TV, which is like a lot of people. Like how they added Glorp. And like, although I enjoy Glorp, I don't agree with their decision to make it global. It should be up to the channel. They should be able to choose. And yet, they're out here imposing their Glorp on everyone. Welcome, Sins of Koroya. Like, what if someone wanted it to be Glorp with a capital G, right? What if someone just wanted to say Glorp without being, you know, the emote, right? Then what? Then they can't. Then it's just the cat. And I think that's weird. See, but then it's like, then you gotta capitalize it to not show as the emote. But then, you know, some channels have Glorp with a capital G as the emote, so now, you know, you can't even say Glorp with lowercase g. And there's like at least one user in Northern Lions chat who every once in a while just says triple Glorp attack and then posts 3 Glorps. But then now that Glorp is a global emote, it just says triple and then the emote attack and then the emote 3 times. It's like that, it doesn't even make sense now. Now there's 4 of them. Saying this is a triple attack and yet there's 4 of them, it doesn't even work. You say Gleep? That's not the same thing though. They have different connotations, okay? Just because they sound similar doesn't mean they're the same. Glex, you can't say that. Some channels have really common words as 7TV emotes. Half of your sentence is random emotes, which I kind of like. Yeah, Alyssa's chat has like 1,000 of those. There's like an emote for everything. But since I don't have it, I just see them as regular words. So I can't even talk. I'll just see people saying like ba and like sa. I'm like, I don't know what that means. But then it does show up on like on the screen chat. But not everyone has on-screen chat. Because then, you know, sometimes I'm like watching, you know, like vacuously stream. She doesn't have the chat on her stream. And since I don't have 7TV or Better Twitch TV, sometimes people just say things and like, I don't know if this is like an emote or you're just making it up. Like, surely this is an emote of some kind. I can't see it. I can't imagine what this could possibly be. But I think it's funnier to just see the text. Yeah, I know that's the Omega lol, right? That is the shorthand. What about dog scared? It was dog scared. Me saying hi on SE stream or saying bye. It's a waving emote. I don't mind it. I add those to my channel. Just the words. The word the. Yeah, that's one. Looking. I still don't know what looking is. I've seen this one. That's one. Watch a streamer where instead of the original KEKW, replace with an emote saying my father left me. That is a thing. Some people have KEKW as the coordinate KEKW instead of the default people usually consider KEKW. A lot of things. Thank you, Alt Chakar, for the 2 months. Welcome back. A lot of emotes. A lot of emotes that are just really long. That is the life out there. Prage. Rock is a classic. What is that? I know what Prage is. I don't know what Rock is. You're telling me Rock is an emote that people use? Glorp. I know. That's Glorp, but Joel. Welcome, Props Not Jack. Currently replacing the word me with the one cat from Nekopara doing the tiny hop up and down. Placing random words is funny. I like when I use, since I don't have 7TV, I'll just use words sometimes and then it shows up on the on-screen chat as an emote and I'm like, I didn't know. I didn't know this was a thing. Like I think one time I raided into Moonybug and she has the word yeah as like a cat staring at you. And I was like, yeah, something something, and then she's like, they just showed the cat face. It's like, oh, I didn't even know. I didn't even know that was an emote. Wires. Wires cat. Wires. Does Razul, do you have wires on your like, what is that the Chatterino thing where someone says wires, you get alerted to it? Like Choco's chat has hi as a little waving guy. So true. That is a common one in many streams. I've memorized a few just to be funny, but I can't figure out 7TV or the other ones. Just make it up. Like, chances are, if it's not an emote, someone will find it funny anyway. If it is an emote, then everyone will just appreciate it. What is that? What is that one? That would probably yield too many pings, so I have a psychic sense for it. Then surely this means you do have it in emote. Obviously, this guy knows all the wires. Every time anyone mentions any wires, he knows. Anyway, there's many emotes. A lot of genres of emotes that I didn't know were a thing. Like the ones that is like something time, like guitar time, tea time. It's like a little animated thing you can put next to another emote. Combination emotes. It's like tea time, guitar time. It's like someone playing the guitar, but it's like on the other side. It's like their arm is there. And then there's ones that are like, I don't know. What's another common like 7TV emote trend? Yeah, like this one. Oh, is that's a global one? 7TV global? Better Twitch TV global one? I didn't know that. It's cool seeing Twitch emote culture evolve. What is the best 7TV specific emote? These are also, I didn't even know. People happy. What about wide people happy? Crayon time? What is he eating the crayons? What is that? I thought that was like orange juice. Because you can do, I don't know, what is this one? Is that Sag? That feels bad, man. Okay. Like, I don't think it's a 7TV global. This is that a better Twitch TV global? Really mad. Oh, I know that one. That one's good. What is this one? What's that one? Oh, that's your emote. Puts the rain emote on top of another emote. Oh, that's also a thing. Combining emotes. Like wide rave, that's one. Welcome, Kozes. Really mad is my favorite one. Also really like aware. That is another one. I feel like I always use... Whenever people use aware, I use this one. But then I always forget the name of it. I usually end up typing like aware and then I'm like, oh, it's not actually called aware. And then to remember it's like, I have to type oh no or something. You recognize her? No, I just hovered over. I just hovered over the emote. It tells you where it's from. Choco should really name it aware. Keep messing it up too, right? See, we have many people messing it up. They don't even know. She used to have it named aware, but then why did she change it? Why is she not naming it the consistent name? I guess I also have an emote that's like that. I have several emotes that are like that. Wolf is water. People usually name it Sip. Mine is Wolf is water. Yeah. The other one I was thinking of was Shades. People usually have it as cool. Should be cool. It is true. It was to differentiate when she made the current version from the new version. What is the new aware one? Is there a newer one? I don't know. A lot of emotes. A lot of choices to make. Thoughts on emotes with obnoxiously long names? I don't mind them. I think they're funny. Cat sitting, very comfortable with its friends or whatever. Cat sitting around campfire, very comfortable with friends. Not current from there. What is the old one? What was the old one? That's funny. There's one that's like people that are like mobile viewers or something. There's one that's like, this emote name is really long obnoxiously specifically to annoy mobile users who can't see it. Huh? That's a thing. Waffle's spin created, no, it's Waffle's dance created by Karagi. The spin was created by Karagi, but it wasn't. Yeah, that's one. Welcome Oregon. That is the emote. I don't know what that emote looks like. I've only ever seen the text version of it. I can't even imagine what it would be. But it is an emote that exists. It's real. Lot of emotes like that you simply have to imagine with your mind. And then once you've seen it, you just have to internalize it. That is why the human mind is so powerful, is that we can recognize patterns. We learn something once, you can reapply that knowledge in many situations. Welcome, Cheno. I don't have Nitro at the moment, but if you check Jack's Aware on her Discord, let's see the old version. Hold on, let me see if I can see what this looks like. Jack's Aware. Jack's Aware. I don't see it. Do I not have access to that one? Jack's Aware. It doesn't exist. Aware? It doesn't exist. What the? Consider this thing? I don't even know. I've never even seen that one. Like the old, I don't even, what does it look like? The old Choco J Aware? I don't know. The current one is pretty good too. It's just the naming throws me off. Anyway, what's the deal with emotes? Am I right, guys? What's the deal with emotes? They always talk about emotes. Ever consider how much our life has been improved by emotes? Imagine living in a world where Twitch emotes were not usable on different channels. Imagine if this was like YouTube. They don't even have animated emotes. They're living in the Stone Ages. You can't even use emotes from other channels. Started writing with lots of emoji on Twitter. Which one is your most common? I feel like when I'm using emoji on websites that don't have built-in like emotes like Discord or whatever, I feel like the one I use the most is Sweat Smile. This was a smiling face with, what is this called? This one. I use this one quite a bit. Just happens all the time. People would probably be using Unicode emoticons. True. Those are in fact ones that exist. Actually, they're called cow emoji. It's referring to a Japanese word face, cow, K-A-O. Emoji as in like the word images. Emoticons those are totally different. That's why I get servers to add NQN bot. I don't know what that is. You can access emotes from other servers. Isn't that already a thing with Nitro? In private conversations, I pretty much only use hand sign emotes. What is an example? Like the peace sign? The thumbs up sign? Oh, I use the thumbs up sign a lot. It's like the generic way to acknowledge a message has been read and received. I believe YouTube has third-party emotes too, but I don't bother with YouTube Live. So true. Imagine watching a stream on YouTube. YouTube viewers, they don't exist. There are two people. There are two people watching the stream on YouTube for some reason. I don't know. Okay is the thumbs up emote in 7TV. Why would they do that? Just the word okay, just like that. You can come across like condescending, so I don't use it. Well, I've never considered it that way. I will still use it. Then what do you use then? If not thumbs up, then what is it? Thumbs down? Could you use thumbs down instead? I don't think I've ever used thumbs down in conversation. I'm never like so rude that I would consider doing such a thing. Type out great or thank with the exclamation mark and everything. Anyone else do that? I do that. I will type with exclamation marks even if I'm not enthusiastic about it. Simply so that I don't come across as rude. And I'm sure many people do the same thing. And sometimes I'm like, this feels too forced for me. I'm not this excited about this thing. Alright, yellowish pages. I don't recognize your name. Please show yourself in the chat and acknowledge that you are not a hacker so that I will allow you in the lobby. That is a thing. This is my entire emoji vocab. I've never used this one. I've never used these two either. I don't even know. Hold on. I use thumbs up, but I choose to be a tiny bit condescending. You're not the same. This Zoe guy. He's always so condescending. Is it really you, Koze's? Is it really you? Or are you just saying that? Because sometimes you just say things. I don't know if you mean it or not. They're just out there copying people's comments. You could have copied that from someone else. But if it is really you... Oh no, it is you. Wait, there was another guy. No, this is you. There was another guy who I guess did not want to join then. Thumbs up. I think thumbs up emotes are good. Unfortunately, I don't have thumbs, so I can't use them. But other people... Thumbs up. I feel like of the people that I'm subscribed to, they just call it yes. We have these two. Yes emote. Which is essentially thumbs up. But then the LS one is 2 thumbs up. But then she has one on her Discord that is 1 thumbs up, and that's the one that I would prefer using. But she does not have that on Twitch, so I can't use it. I have to use the yes emote. This is Madge Clap. What was it? Sorry, I missed. I find myself verbally saying emotes or expressions a lot. Smile. I do that. Smile. Poggers. Smile. I will say smile in Twitch chats even if they don't have the smile emote. Oh, yo, actually on at work, someone I saw someone like in a work announcement or whatever. They used a nerd cat emoji. I don't know if there's a name for this cat. The cat that is this cat, but like it's smiling and it has nerd glasses. Someone used that at work. And I'm like, oh, what the? That's like a thing that I would see on Twitch sometimes. Occasionally. Smile. Beast. Hacker in Borat voice. They got join requests? Yes, you can avoid hackers joining your lobby. You have to approve them. Only emote I say out loud is Pog. Do you say that often? Are you often saying Pog? Poggers? Wolfie thumbs up emote, but Wolfie is in a thumb costume? That doesn't even make sense. Can absolutely dress up Wolfie as a thumb. It doesn't even make sense. What does it even mean? I only know it from the emotes called -1 or -0 when it has the glasses. I have never even seen that. Also, welcome Catpot. Thank you for the 2 months. I hope you're having a good time in Japan. Isn't it like... I guess it's 8 AM over there, huh? That's a reasonable time to be awake. 8 AM. I say feels bad, man, from time to time. I don't. I would never say that casually. I say let him cook sometimes. That's not an emote though, that's just like a phrase that people say. It's a totally different thing. Phrases, emotes, totally different category. Do I say, are there like emotes that I say normally out loud? Smile. I don't actually say smile, but like in my head sometimes I'll do it. It's an emote with Woody and Sora. But the emote is just, it's a reference to the meme. I don't know, I guess it kind of counts. Does it count though? No, because like the name is based on the image. I don't know. Some streamers will occasionally add smile at the end of a sentence. Yes. It's true. And I think it's based. I think it's based for real, no cap, on God. They say smile in person. Do you though? Like at work? Do you say it to your coworkers? I feel this sounds vaguely familiar. Did Hamflo talk about this on his stream? Like, I feel like this has come up. Specifically about saying emotes out loud. I think it's a thing. It's almost honestly just Hackerling. Who? The streamer that says smile? Or what? Or like you being in Japan? Is that is that it? I don't know. Thoughts on the Wa emote? The Wa cat? The cat that like has a neutral expression and then suddenly it moves its face up as if screaming. Is that the same emote? I think it's cool. I think it's good. It's an emote of a crying cat. I don't know if I've seen that one. I probably have. If you can link the image. Oh, you can't link the image. Someone else would have to do it. If you link an image, it's going to get deleted by the mod. By the auto mod. The Wang. I think I know which one you're talking about. But I can't know for sure. Okay, I can see the 7tv.app. Did they make these not clickable? If someone sends an emote, sends a thing that with a link in it, and it gets deleted, it used to be clickable. But now it's not. That's weird. So now I can't click it. I have to like copy paste it. This one. Isn't that the emote that you just posted? Still clickable for, it's not clickable for me. What the heck? Okay, well here we go. Okay. I copied it. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, I do recognize this one. I think it's a fine emote. I think it is totally okay. You can still click on links and chattery. Well, look at you, okay? This guy with the chatterinos. Never even chatted a Reno. I would never chat a Reno. What is the point of Chatterino anyway? It is kind of weird to me that people like use streamers' offline chats like as a chat room. Does anyone do that? Does anyone just like going about your day and you're like, I wonder what the offline chat in this channel is talking about? It's a thing. People do it. People do in fact chat while the streamer's offline. I've not done it, but I think it's strange. Honestly, the fact that Twitch users use extensions is extremely wild and unusual. See, that's what I think. I'm like, this is not how it should be. I think it is very strange that it is so normalized. Leave emotes in there sometimes. But why? There's settings with custom chats where the deleted messages are grayed out instead of outright deleted. You can still see context slash links. I think that's useful to have. Because like sometimes you'll see like someone's messages get deleted. Maybe because like they were trolling or like they did something weird in chat and you're like, I wonder what they said. And then like if the streamer doesn't have on-screen chat, you can't like go back in the VOD to see what their message was. It's like, man, I guess I'll never know. I guess I would simply never know. I think this is a good thing overall and nurtures a culture of user control. I guess that also makes sense. But I do think it's strange. Anyway, I'm gonna drink water. It is 7 p.m. Alright. I've hydrated. It's easier to see if they're timed out. I guess there's no real way of knowing otherwise. It makes sense since Twitch exerts control over emotes. That is true. But I don't know. I guess it's fine. But I won't do it. I will not download another extension simply to know what emotes people are using. All these quality of life features that I wish Twitch had, I will simply never have them. I'll simply accept what is given by default. Like a fool. Someone who is so resistant to change. You're like, Wolfie, you should add better Twitch TV 7 TV emotes. And I'm like, nope. You just post whatever you want as text and everyone can imagine what it would look like. Welcome, Yuko. Alright, post rat jam. The rat is jamming. You don't need the image to show. You can just use your previous notion of what rat jam looks like to fill in the blanks. And that's why the human mind is so powerful. Yeah, more shoot. See, I can imagine what that looks like. Guy from the Zelda dude guy doing some kind of motion. It's him. He's doing it. Yeah, there it is. No, it's Rat Jam with lowercase r, capital J-A-M. Those are all capital. This is a different one. This is not the canonical form of Rat Jam, okay? This guy doesn't even know the usual form. Okay, so this one, the huh emote, could be many different emotes. This one could be that one cat that's like looking, is like, it looks behind it a little bit. Or it could be the one where the cat like moves up slightly and then it's like, huh? Right, there's many possible options. There's also lowercase huh, I didn't even know. The wide Coco Rage, I don't know what that one is. I know streams where better Twitch or whatever takes over the words like what? Yeah, we were talking about that. The word the. Any common word just out there being used. Anyone using words though? Anyone even wording? No. I wonder what is like the most list of most used better Twitch TV 7 TV emote. What do you think the most common one is? You think it's a peepo? Do you think it's a sour please? Which one? Any of them. All of them. Oh, sorry, you were asking about that. That's the question. Is that supposed to be a sheep? The huh emote. Clap? Is that a common one? Easy clap. That's one that people do sometimes. Easy and then clap. What about glorp? What if glorp was the most common one? Use basic official mobile Twitch because I'm not at a desktop often. Otherwise, delay is horrible. Isn't it still awful though on the official app? Isn't it known for being quite bad? Why is it so bad on mobile? Does anyone know? Why does desktop have better latency? Because like surely they're connecting to the same servers. I don't know. The original Ha is a screen cap of Vern the turtle from Over the Hedge. Oh yeah, that one! That I remember that one. They have similar latency? But then like why is it not the same though? Tolerable like when working, right? Maybe 1 to 3 seconds. Sometimes mobile is faster. Well, maybe because you're in Germany. Okay, we're here in the US where the Twitch servers are located and it's a noticeable difference. I feel like because you're on the other side of the world, maybe your lived experience is different from ours. And therefore invalid, obviously, because, you know, we are the only people that matter. I'm just kidding. Oh, that Wolfie. Just saying things sometimes. This guy out here not even considering his European viewers. Life. Look at this life guy. Now this, you could be saying USA or USA. It could be a reference to Toho. USA. It varies between desktop and mobile for me. Chat messages would pop up faster one over the other. Wait, that also happens sometimes. Sometimes I'm like watching a streamer and then like their stream is faster than the chat that I can see, which feels very strange. Sometimes like I'll see a message pop up on their on-screen chat before like my real chat, and then they read it. I'm like, how is this possible? Are you like from the future? Is my chat delayed for some reason? I don't know. My lived experience is Twitch randomly hanging and then being 1 second behind until I pause and unpause. That is a thing that happens, true. Pausing and unpausing, and then if you don't have Twitch Turbo or subscription, you might see another ad. Not me though. I can pause and unpause as much as I want, and I will not see another ad. What ad? Imagine seeing advertisements on websites. Couldn't be me. I would never. I've been thinking of getting Turbo. I have it. I think it's good. It's probably kind of expensive, but like, honestly, what am I using my money on? Nothing. Why not? The only way I'm getting Turbo is when I cancel my 2 to 3 subs. No. I get Turbo and I still stay subscribed to people. I guess because a lot of times I'm just like watching random streams that I'm not subscribed to. If my subscribed to streams are not online, I will just click on some other stream, which I'm not subscribed to. And then I don't see ads. And I think that's great. I love not seeing advertisements, everyone. Imagine advertisements. Not me. Just don't get ads. I would simply just not get ads. I'm sure you're like, oh, I just download a plugin or something. No. Oh, what is this? Twitch is borderline unusable without either being sub to everyone you watch or Turbo. I think so as well. I think that it's kind of messed up how many ads you see on Twitch. Pre-roll ads are the worst. You're like, I wonder if I'll check out let's check out this streamer that I haven't watched. Oh, what is this? 30-second unskippable 2 ads? Alright, I guess I'm out then. It's like the worst experience. Like, at least make them skippable. Like, at least have some kind of rate limit, right? If you like watch ads on one stream and then you click on another stream, you might see the same ads. It's like, I feel like that has worse effects. You should take advice from me. Someone who definitely knows what they're talking about. Your sub refreshes on your birthday. What the? Twitch is very usable because Twitch doesn't get as many ad partners outside the US. I heard that was another way to do it, is to set your, like, go on VPN and set your location to, like, some obscure country. And it's like, they don't have ads there. If I sub to support the CC, what is the CC? Get cool emotes instead of getting rid of ads that I already don't see. Then you can do that. I don't know. You can do both. You can do neither. You could spend many dollars on goods and services to enrich your life. Or to worsen your life. Ever think about that? That you can buy things to improve your life, but also you can do the opposite. You can buy things that actively make your life worse. Like what? I don't know. Like, loot boxes or something. That's a thing. Gacha. Spending money on gacha. You could do that. But you shouldn't. That's right, you shouldn't do that. I'm not encouraging gambling. In fact, I'm discouraging it. You should not gamble. Don't get it twisted. Don't spend your money on slot machines. Never do so. You could abstain from subscription services and find cheaper alternatives. No, that's fine. I have money to spend on things. Why would I not spend money? Imagine not spending. Look, there's a meteor right there. People don't even care. Let's check out that meteor. Where is it? Where is that meteor? Yo, what the heck? This is amazing. I'm going to assume that Xtag drew this. I've screenshotted it. What is this? Cool art ahead. Alright, where's that meteor? I should have checked before I went back to spawn. Did the bucket one? Then who did the other one? Who did the sleep? What the heck? Because what the heck, dude? Alright, well, I guess I just, you know, whatever. It's just a meteor. No one really cares about the UFOs anymore. Gambling is scary. Sure, it's only scary if you lose. Alright, guys? Just kidding, it's always scary. I hear someone say they lost 500 bucks gambling and I start bouncing walls. Only 500? Come on, don't you know that when you gacha, you can spend thousands of dollars? My birthday, it was your birthday yesterday. Happy birthday. Belated birthday. I went to our local casino, played blackjack, won $20, turned my $20 into $40. That's like a 100% profit right there. That's crazy. Card games. Me, when I go, if I ever go to a casino and I see poker, I'm like, what? That's Ballotro, dude. That's Ballotro. Bro, they made a game similar. They based a game on Ballotro? I can't believe this. Yo, what's your multi? You need some X multi, dude. You don't even have a chip joker. He doesn't even know the economy. Not even balancing his cards correctly. Doesn't even have the vouchers. A glistening gold in manta ray. Went to the casino and was like, actually my high card wins because I have throwback with times 10 mult. They should do that. Do you ever think, casino? What if they just add special multipliers to things? Ballotro if it was multiplayer? Yo, what if that's a new update? There is going to be a big Ballotro update in 2025. What if that's it? I don't think it'd be a good idea to add multiplayer, but like, what if it was? It'd be like, I play this hand, and oh, look at this, I've got these. Gamble all. Imagine gambling. Imagine spending channel points on things. It's not even for channel points. That's like its own third-party channel point system. Before, Twitch had official channel points, and then you had to depend on a bot to have them for you. Now the bots still have them. They still exist there. But then what? But even then, what does one even hope to do? A friend told me how someone they knew went to a casino. They won so big on slots and poker, they made enough to open a local physical anime store. What the? That's like thousands of dollars. That's like tens of thousands of dollars. I have received YouTube videos in my recommended about how some people like won big at the casino, and then the casino's like, oh, actually the machine was broken, so you can't actually get this money. Or like they'll win big, and then you know people around them start celebrating, and then the security guards take them out, and they're like, oh, actually it's not real. It appears that the machine was malfunctioning, and although it said you won $10,000, I'm afraid it was defective and you don't actually get the money. You're like, man, they could just do that? You could just win and they can just not give it to you? You could gamble on Mahjong? No. Imagine playing Mahjong. They're still in business. They sell lots of idle goods and anime Blu-rays and figures. That's nice. Good for them. Winning at the casino. That never happens. Anyone ever win anything ever? Not just at a casino, but like in general? In life? Are you winning, son? Art thou winning, Mr. Krabs? Remember that one. Remember Mr. Krabs. I remember Mr. Krabs. He still exists. He's still out there. Living his crab life. To the best of his ability. Anyway, what else has been going on out there? Anything noteworthy? What do I have anything in my notes? Been learning about more about axis aligned bounding boxes for game dev. It's actually a lot more annoying than I thought. Common game dev thing where like you thought you implemented collision correctly. Nope. Turns out that you collide with the wall and then you just fall through the wall, or you get clipped onto the wall tiles. Common issue. And this is where you go, Wolfie, you should just use a library. Instead of writing it yourself, people have figured this out. Why don't you just use software that exists? And I'm like, no. Can't do that. Why would I do that? Imagine doing that. Not me. But you could do it. I also learned there's another game development platform that is similar to Pico 8, but like you write it in Python instead. It's called Pyxel, P-Y-X-E-L. Apparently just pronounced as Pixel. It's Python. And honestly, it looks pretty appealing. It doesn't have the arbitrary code limitations as Pico 8. You can have as many tokens as you want. But the sprites do have to have maximum 16 colors. Uncle Muffin. I mean, casinos exist to make a profit. It's rigged for the house. Exactly. They can set the payout rate on their machines. It is a thing. Anyway, pretty cool. I'm sure no one understood any of what I just talked about. What is he talking about? Game develop. He's too game dev pilled now. Can't watch this guy. He's talking about axis aligned bounding boxes and collision algorithms. What is that? What's he doing, man? Can't believe this. Anyway, it's cool though. Look, I'm even gonna look it up. Pike cell. I can show you. You can be like, wow, this looks cool. Look at how popular this game engine is. They've got game examples. You can make video games in Python. You can just use arbitrary Python libraries to do this. And it's artificially limited by colors. It even has a sprite editor. A more robust tile map editor that has layers. Support for tiled map files. Sound editors. You can probably use NumPy. Other stuff. It seems cool if you wanted to try Pico 8 but not pay money and then also use Python, and it's actually totally different, but it's got some similarities. I feel like the limitations of Pico 8 are part of what makes it appealing. Because, like, sure, I could just use the library, but it is kind of fun to just be like, how can I write this thing to use as few tokens as possible? Which I feel like maybe kind of gets in the way of game dev. You're kind of like playing a different game at that point. You're just like optimizing. You're doing code golf. But that's kind of fun. I love optimizing stuff. You're like, oh, how can I get this algorithm to run more efficiently? And then you just do it. And then you just write the code and then it works first time. It always happens. Anyone writing code recently? In your spare time? Have you all been programming? Coding stuff? Man, remember when I used to make clips? I remember those 2 videos I made and then just stopped doing them because I got into game development. Those were fun. Baby shoes, remember that video? Remember the cats don't even understand modems? That was a thing. Writing LaTeX? Yes. No, that doesn't count. That's totally different. It's not even the same thing. LaTeX. Isn't it weird that it's pronounced LaTeX? And yet it's spelled like latex? Why did they do that? Why did they determine to do this? I don't know. There's simply no way to know, honestly. They did it to protect the nerds. LaTeX? Latex? I get it. Latex, like the thing you wear to protect your hands. But it's about the nerds. Anyway, what else is going on, huh? Is there anything even happening? Not in the world. There's many things happening in the world that we probably should not talk about. But things that are entertainment related, anything in the VTuber world, the anime world. Gave nerds plausible deniability. LaTeX? Tech? Oh, because it's like tech? I see. I don't know what you're talking about. What about, food? Anyone eat food recently? Guys, what is the deal with food? Oh my god, food. Any food enjoyers out there? This is where you go, Wolfie, I love food. I love food. It's so amazing. I eat food every day. Several times even. And then I go like, oh, so true. So true. Throughout history, humans have enjoyed food many times. Oh, a meteor just dropped. And Merriam-Webster defines food as something something. In this essay, I will describe the importance of food over the years and how food culture has evolved to suit the needs of humans. And I hope you enjoy this essay. People don't actually say that. Thinking about it, I never really associate Mahjong with gambling, even if it clearly is. It is, though. If you've ever been to, you ever go to, like, Chinatown, and you go to, like, a haircut place? They got people playing Mahjong in the back. Sometimes you go to, like, a Chinese restaurant, and then you go to the basement to go to the bathroom. There's, like, a door that's open, and you're like, what's going on there? You hear, like, Mahjong tiles shuffling around. Like, they are totally gambling in there. Never been to a haircut place in Chinatown? Why not, though? That's where you get the cheap haircuts. It's a lot more accessible today through online platforms. That is true. That is true. I got Mahjong Soul. Imagine before Mahjong Soul, you had to go on Tenho. Remember that website? It was like Toho, except instead of Toe, it's 10. That's a thing. Point system makes it less clear than betting money. It is very, like, I can't imagine figuring out Mahjong scores without a computer. It's like, I don't even understand how that works. You're like, oh, you gotta compute the foo, and then with the foo count, you gotta like count how many han you have, and then with the han, it's like you do this thing, but then if you do like, you know, you have this many foo, you get like this thing. It's like a lot of stuff. Always been recreational, social purposes. That is true. Don't have a nearby Chinatown. A cheap haircut is what you get from the Turkish barber. That's less common here. I feel like I've not heard about Turkish barbers in New York that you can go to for cheap haircuts. I'm sure they exist, but I have not experienced it. Not all places have Chinatowns. Also true. But you could, if you lived in a place that does have one, yes. From your family's friend that is also a barber, that just does it under the table hiding. Is it called the IRS there, or did you localize your thing to be understandable to Americans? It's a common thing for people that don't live in the US. Is that you all know about the CIA and social security numbers and all that, even though you don't use that there. It's kind of messed up, honestly. The fact that you have to normalize your speech so that we can understand. Although I guess it does make sense, because like, I would not know what that meant. Just, you know, you could say hide from, you know, the tax services or whatever. Society. America. Man, imagine being American. Cringe. I would never be American. But I am, unfortunately. Finanzamt. Financial. Anyone doing finance? Financial advisors out there. Stocks. What's the deal? You ever notice that the birds in this game are not really birds? Is this even a bird? It's like wind. What is that? They kind of look like birds sometimes. Yeah, like they fly by and it's like it's not a bird. It's just the wind. Fly like the wind. Fly like the wine. See, those things. Those things look like birds, but they're not. Japanese mahjong parlors today still play for money, I guess. They do everywhere. It's also like how poker is considered like, you know, people play poker in like smoky rooms in someone's like house or whatever. Gambling, that's a good thing. Card games, mahjong, there's many similarities. Imagine if mahjong, but then instead of tiles, it was cards. Wouldn't that be so messed up? Some people call them cards. People that are not familiar with mahjong, they're like, oh, I can't even, I drew the cards. Like, it's not a card. Those are tiles. I would prefer Mahjong as a card game. No, but then you don't get the cool, like, sliding effects. You don't get the cool scenes where it's like, you know, you draw the tile, you, like, slam it against the wall, and then it's like, Con, and then you're like, how did he know? He didn't even look at it. Like, you pick up the tile, you throw it on the table, it slams, and then all your tiles flip over. You reveal you have 13 orphans. That would be so boring if it was cards. What if poker was played with tiles instead? And then people could do the same, like, cool Mahjong effects? They could do that. You think that could be a thing? I think so. They could do it. Has someone done this? Poker card? Poker cards as Mahjong tiles? Surely someone has thought about this. Oh, this looks so cool though. Look at this. They should do that. Wow. Amazing. Oh no, these aren't Mahjong tiles. Never mind. These are just... Never mind. It's not the same thing. It is sick though. This could be a thing. They should have that. Why don't they have that? Why is this not a thing? Oh, hold on. Look at this one. Now that's cool. This... They should have... Oh, this is cool. This is actually so cool. They should have this. pngtree.com. Poker, Mahjong, handcrafts, background poker, Mahjong tiles. They should get on this. There should be more people doing this. Oh, this one. Look at this. That is amazing. Wow. That would actually be so cool to see. Someone play poker like with this. Make a list of things I want to buy. Are you gonna buy this? Buy this poker set of tiles. There's a great game called Shenzhen Solitaire that uses Mahjong tiles as cards. Oh, by the Zachtronics guys. I played Shenzhen IO. That was a game that's in there. Probably not. To buy a sword. What kind of sword? What about a spear? Mahjong tiles are kind of hard to buy in Europe. Surely you can just go online and purchase them from Amazon or whatever. Yeah, this actually is so cool though. I mean, imagine having this. You're like, you want to play poker? And you're like, alright. And then you pull that out and you're like, holy frick. Oh, that's so cool. Is there a video of people playing with this? Like, this is such an uncommon thing. 4-bone Mahjong playing card tiles. Amazing. Mahjong playing cards. This one. Hope for more Zachtronic streams. I don't know. I feel like I played the games that make sense to play. I mean, I did buy the games and I played them exactly once. So, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting ripped off because they're too expensive. Is that the thing? I don't have training in spears or other staffs. My club already has those too. You have training with swords? Dang. Amazing. Card face Mahjong tiles might make them more digestible for newbies. Yeah, but then... I don't know, it's less cool. Isn't coolness the whole point? Oh. Yeah, Zoli's message was hell for moderation. Because he said... Because it highlighted... He doesn't like the Chinese. But it highlighted that without saying designs. Unbelievable. Why would Zoli say this? Also, it said I permitted the term. I don't permit the term. I think it's weird that when you approve a message, Twitch is like, you have added this as an approved term. I do not approve the term. I just approve in this specific context the usage because they did not consider that it's followed by another qualifier. Want to buy a saber of my own. Is deleted your message. Woodenswords.com product_p/ra.sabra.tournament.c.htm. I'm sure whatever that image is, that it is a cool looking saber. Japanese mahjong for 60. You could get it. What if you got an automatic mahjong table? What about then? No, your message was allowed because I allowed Zully's message, and it said I added it as a permitted term. Which it should not happen. They should not automatically add things as permitted terms just because you approved it once. They should add it to like a list, and then it's like, are you sure you want to add this to your list of approved terms? Oh, Twitch still asked me, are you sure you want to send this? Okay. I guess that is a thing. See, now Tag Barrel's message has been auto-modded. But that was a totally fine message. I just didn't expect it to be Chinese. This is where you go, oh, Wolfie, I understood that reference. That's a classic TikTok. That's the guy who goes to heaven and then he doesn't expect it to be Chinese, but it's actually fine. He just didn't think it would be Chinese. Classic understandable reference. Anyway, we have fun here. Talking about food, talking about grocery stores, plastic bags, the other stuff. What are we even talking about? Okay, you can stop sending these kinds of comments, okay? I understand, but it's simply too much. There's simply too many things to consider. Society. I wonder if Twitch has like another one of those like random band emotes. Like it used to be if you just posted the beetle emoji, it would hold that for automod. I wonder if there's like some obscure one that is still automodded and we just don't know about it. I've also been trying to look for suitable gloves for saber work. Saber work, I sure hope it does. Since there's not much hand protection, but thicker gloves tend to not fit within the bell guard. I see. You have put much thought into this? I have never even considered using a sword of such variety, or in general. Sword time. That's a Twitch emote. Sword time. Is that a global one? Sword time? I don't know. And I will never know. If you use the sword, what kind would you use? The Fume Knight Ultra Greatsword. But I probably would not be able to lift it in real life. But it would look cool if I could. What about what's another sword? I don't know. The Zweihander. The Zweihander. Zweihander. That's how you say it in the original language. Saber or Highland Broadsword. What about the Lowland Broadsword? What about the Lowland Narrow Sword? Board games are always expensive unless you get a bad chessboard. Board games. Isn't that never mind. Like, isn't that against the point of games that you're not supposed to be bored? But then, you know, like bored in a different way. I don't know. Imagine if that was something. Missed the context and thought you were buying an anime girl. Saber? No, that's a different thing. It's not the same even, it's not even the same kind of saber. Why are there so many sabers? Also, they don't come with Reichi sticks, which is inconvenient. I would have to buy them separately. You can use whatever you want. You don't even need the official stick. You could be like Mahjong Soul. They don't even use the official sticks all the time. Just have like, I don't know, a coin or something. Zwei hands? I sure hope you have Zwei. It's true. But not everyone does, okay? You can't just assume that everyone has Zwei hands. Zwei handers are montances, or heavy. Maybe you get a regular longsword. I'm not actually gonna get one. I was simply hypothesizing. I don't think I will ever own a sword. Because I have no reason to. The actual saber's cool though. I would want one of those to open champagne. But oh yeah, the people do in fact do that. They do open the champagne with the swords. The wavy flamberge. Flamberge. More clubs usually have loner longswords. Club is a totally different weapon. Now you're confusing clubs and swords. Next thing you're gonna say is they also have spades and hearts and diamonds. I don't think so. Those are 3 different categories of things. Longswords are the most popular weapon. What about katanas? Do you think if they had katanas, everyone would be like, sword, comma, Japan? Gotta use that one. Clubs. The club. Like a great, I get it, like a great club. Y'all, Dark Souls, great club. Katanas aren't European. Well, okay. But I said, like, what if? What if, hypothetically, there was a European katana? If someone were to create one in Europe using European materials, folded 1,000 times. European steel folded 1,000 times. Scimitars and sabers are kind of like European katana. Yeah, but they're not the same. Totally darn, actually, they're totally different. They're not called katanas. They're not from Japan. Therefore, different. Obviously inferior because not from Japan. I'm just kidding. Hey, Wolfie's always joking. Place, comma, Japan. Thing, comma, Japan. Web fishing, comma, Japan. What if web fishing took place in Japan? This could be in Japan for all we know. This could be anywhere. Like the two-handed curved sword from Dark Souls. Anyway. It's good. It's good times. What's the best sword? If you had to be a sword, what sword would you be? I don't know. Asking questions I don't even know the answer to. Isn't that an Odachi? No, but that's a Japanese sword. Isn't that a totally different thing? We're talking about 2 different categories of swords. The S-word, sword. Adachi. Adachi, isn't that the Ina's fan base name? Is that simply the same thing? It'd be whatever the name of Tenchi's sword is. From Tenchi Muyo? Oh, Tenchi. Oh, from Toho. The yeah, the orange looking one. What kind of sword is that? European with a wider guard. True. Wider guard. Wider. Isn't that the VPN protocol? Am I right, guys? Anyone understand this? One person understands. Udachi is a battlefield sword. What is the other sword used for, if not the battlefield? What even could it be? Anyway, I would have to clarify when I said that joke that I just said right now. Wider guard, isn't that the VPN? I'm talking about wire guard. That is the up and coming popular VPN protocol that is set to replace OpenVPN in many implementations. Wire guard. That is the meaning behind that joke. And now you will understand. Now you can appreciate the joke that I told. Be like, ah, thanks. I was wondering about that. 2 polypropylene swords in my trunk for cases of self-defense. If I was questioned by police, it would be for roleplay or something. Sure, you could just say it's for decoration. Oh no, but it's in your trunk. Okay, I was like, if it was in your house, sure. Are you just like, no, let's just bring it to my house. It's for decoration. No, it's for cosplay or whatever. If you're civilian dueling, you may want sword light enough for carrying around. Fashion souls is real. Up and coming, hasn't it existed for years? Yes, but it is also up and coming. It's like how IPv6 is technically still considered new, even though it's been around for like forever. If it was you who had a sword owner in the family, yes, my cousin was just like, I'm gonna buy a Zweihander, and I was like, all right. And then he did, and then he has it. And then he was like, I gotta buy like a thing to display it. What's it called? A stand. But not like a JoJo stand, like the sword stand. They're durable and moderately heavy. So true. Imagine having to carry around a sword in case someone decides to duel you. But like, if you can't, then what? Would you give them your sword? Would they give you their sword? Is reality? Well, it's true. Also, have baseball bats in my trunk. Make sure to have a baseball in my car at all times. Yeah, for plausible deniability. You're like, what's this for? I feel like, I don't know if they would question having a bat in your car. Because it's like, you know, it's a common thing. You're just like, yeah, of course. Baseball. Who doesn't love baseball? Me, I don't love baseball. But it is a beloved sport. Many people do enjoy baseball. Yes. It is in fact real. So many people don't like baseball? What the? Why not? It's America's pastime. It's what they do to pass the time. What else would you do without baseball? Soccer? Am I right? Soccer? Come on. Who cares about soccer? They call it football. What is America's current time? It has many current times. There's many time zones that exist. Doesn't love the Mets. Mets, baby. Hate the Mets. Hate the Mets, baby. Hate the Mets. I'm just kidding. This buddy is empty. No, I want to interact with... Oh, you can't even do it. Everyone I've talked to about it is like, I'm not a fan. I guess someone is watching baseball. I don't understand baseball. They run around. They hit the ball. I guess I do understand baseball. Like the general rules of baseball, they make sense. Other sports though, I will never understand football. American football. Like, what are they doing in that game? Like, obviously you get the ball to the other side, but like, I don't get it. Is your family big on sports? Nope. I'm a Yankees fan. Nope. I'm not a fan of any sport. Beloved Marvel vs. Capcom 2 internet meme Mango Sentinel. Is that a meme? Is that a thing that he says? Mango Sentinel. Is that Iron Man? Who's Mango Sentinel? I only watch soccer when it's the World Cup. That's how I feel about like a lot of people that I work with. When the World Cup is happening, a lot of people are like, yo, I love soccer. I'm like, I didn't know that. I had no idea. Sabers or falchion. So true. I don't really understand most of this, honestly. Sword types. I find it hard to care about club level soccer. What does that mean? Club level. Oh, like when it's not like international or like country based. I see. I mean, I guess it's kind of the same thing for like other sports, right? I don't care about like collegiate basketball. I mean, like I don't care about baseball at all or basketball at all. But like, you know, college basketball. There's people that, you know, they care about the big leagues and not the small leagues. Mango Sentinel is an alternate color palette hacked into the game for Sentinel that is blue and orange. Oh, I have heard of Mango Sentinel before. I didn't know that's what it was. I enjoy club football. What's the best one? What is the best club football? I find it wild that college sports is sometimes more popular than the big leagues. Is it? I mean, I guess like I don't follow it, so I don't really... It is? Okay. That's kind of cool though. Like imagine being like on a college football team or a college basketball team, and then everyone cares about you, and then you graduate and then you go to like the big leagues and everyone's like, I don't care about this guy anymore. It's not college football. What is this? College football is huge in the South. Man. Good for them. Sports. Sporting. Go into sporting events. Wasn't the Super Bowl happening at some point? Someone said it was happening recently. The Super Bowl. This Sunday? I have heard nothing about it. I guess like the streamers I watch don't really talk about football or sports in general. I don't know. Refill bait? No, that's fine. Is it fine? It's not even fine. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna... Okay, look at this. Sell all. Get this one. Best club is a toss-up between 4 or 5 teams. That is a lot of teams. What about the worst one? You're like, this club, this football club is the worst. They should not even exist. Liverpool? Oh, gross. Liverpool. Manchester is stupid. Imagine being a Manchester fan. They don't even know. Oi, bruv. They don't even know. Manchester. Manchester. More like Manchester. That's awful. So true, so true. Football. Score some goals. London. Oi, oi, bruv. It's me. Manchester. The worst one is called Arsenal. They look at their name, they literally have a word in their name that implies that they're bad. Am I right, guys? In British, specifically, British English. That's a word they use. So true, Wolfie. He said what? Streamer said what? Now all the fans are they're gonna be like, cancel this man. Manchester, this guy's a Manchester fan. When did the English start caring about sports other than cricket? Haven't they always cared about football? And not American football. The other football. Anyway, everyone, the stream is gonna end soon. Let's take a screenshot here. I will also go back to the lobby after I take the screenshot. Just to be aware. Just to see the art. Bam. Alright, let's move this camera. We're gonna take a good photograph here. Several of us on this pier. And then what? And then what even? I don't even know. And we'll unhide the UI. I don't know why I even take these screenshots. I don't post them anywhere. I don't even look at them. Well, maybe, you know, maybe like 10 years from now, I'll be like, oh, what are these screenshots? And then I look at the screenshots and I'm like, oh, I remember this. I remember this. I was there. I was there when this happened. Alright. Yes, I will. I will return to spawn. And I did see these. I did already screenshot these. You have disconnected, that's fine. You were already in some screenshots. Alright, good art. Artists who drew these, very, very good. Thank you. I will screenshot in many directions. I wish there was a better way to like hide the trees from these. It's like in the way half the time. Alright, that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching, everyone. You could free cam it, yeah, but then like wouldn't it also just like, wouldn't you also still see the trees though? I don't know. That's it. I'm gonna end the lobby, everyone. I did look through some on my anniversary. That is true. It did happen. Alright, let's save and quit. Remember these? These are cool. Remember these tiles? Remember these mahjong tiles that are playing cards? Amazing. Alright. Oh, what the heck is this? Is that an impala? Gemsbach in Namib National Park, Namibia. Very cool. Alright. Let's see what day it is. Let's raid someone. Neat guy. So true. Alright. Shower with a friend day. What the? Chocolate fondue day. Weather person's day. Nutella day. Disaster day. Leo day. Fart day. A lot of days today. World Read Aloud Day. Alright, which of these days is going to be a good raid message? It's got to be the food one, right? National Chocolate Fondue Day. Nutella. It can't be Fart Day. Imagine Fart Day. Let's do, it could be Nutella Day or I could do this one. You choose, okay? Whatever you want to do. Someone go type that raid message. I'm gonna find someone to raid. Twitch.tv. Alright, who do I raid? How about this fellow? How about this individual who was here earlier this stream, actually? Right there, right? What about this fellow? Anyway, thanks for watching. I will be back on Friday with something. I don't know what. I have not yet decided. Also, that one game that I had on my wish list, While Waiting. There's a game called While Waiting. That game came out. It is kind of expensive though. I thought it would be close to like $10, maybe like, you know, less than 15. It's like $20 before sale. I'm like, that's kind of a lot for a game like that. Apparently it is like 5 to 6 hours long though, so like maybe it's worth it. I don't know. I may purchase it at some point. I did enjoy the demo. Also, welcome and goodbye, Hoppy Hollow. But good times. Good times out there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. For chatting. Or whatever. Whatever it is that people do. And I will see you next time. I have stopped talking too soon. That countdown is still... Okay, now it's going. I will now stop talking. Goodbye.